All right, everybody, welcome to the Just the Tips podcast. Adam and Mike here with our episode number 4 already.
Episode 4.
Holy cow. And we're at the Just the Tips sports desk here at the Maximum Results Fitness Studio in Uptown Kingston.
Fake mug of coffee.
That's it, you know. But again, we got a bunch of information to share with you guys today, some updates, some exciting things. But before we get too far down the road, just a reminder to all of our local watchers and listeners that Tuesdays and Thursdays here in 33 North Front Street in Kingston, we have our golf sport workout. We just got finished up a few minutes ago. Another spectacular class. I'll remind everybody that there's only 17 weeks left until April 1st.
Who's counting?
Every single day. When are you making your gains? Now's the time. So.
Yeah. All right, so listen, we got a lot of stuff in store this week. We don't want to keep you guys for too long, but we got to talk about pro golf right now.
Yeah.
We really got to talk about pro golf. A lot of stuff going on. We got Tiger. He just played in that Hero Championship.
Yep. He's back, baby. My man is back.
Let go. And he's playing in the PNC with Charlie.
Yep.
Right? So, we got to talk about that. And then, obviously, the big news with Jon Rahm and Live Golf.
Yeah.
So, I think we should just get into it with that. And, what do you... Obviously, we know how you feel with Tiger being back.
Yeah.
I love Tiger. I love what he's done for the game of golf in my lifetime. I don't think that I was really into golf before. I liked it. I played it, hit the ball around, but once Tiger was in and kind of brought that energy into the sport, I fell in love with the sport, and I really appreciate him. I was never Tiger, I want to follow him around at, every hole, and I was never that guy. But I watched the sport because of him. But I was more of a Rory Sabatini kind of fan.
Oh my God.
Not gonna lie. I liked his smooth swing. I liked his attitude. But how do you feel about Tiger? Why don't you tell everybody?
So just to preface this, I'm a couple of years older than you, but I do remember a pre-Tiger Woods PGA where a big deal would be if one guy won 3 times in a year.
It looked like this. This was the PGA.
It
white
not
vanilla, no pen.
Not a lot of diversity. Payne Stewart was he was the tractor with his plus 4s and his hat, but it was there was just names. I can remember in the late '80s. Getting a PGA deck of trading cards, like baseball cards.
Yeah.
And you'd go through and there'd be 150 golfers, all the ones on the PGA Tour, and you might only know 2 or 3 of them, right? There was I wouldn't say there's no superstars, but again, it was golf, there was good golfers, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm the exact same age as Tiger Woods. We're the same age. It's me, Tiger Woods, Jennifer Capriati, and Alex Rodriguez. We're all the same age.
Oh, nice.
And there's only one still playing today, right? Jenny Capriati, she was out when she was 18. Rodriguez had a good run, but my man Tiger Woods is still playing, and I can remember him playing in the U.S. Amateurs. Remember when he went to Stanford? I remember when he was dominating everybody in the Masters. I've read every book, every unauthorized biography. My dad and I, when he won the Masters. The last time in the comeback, it was on my birthday. We sat in the living room and cried. It was the great. I'm telling you, I won't say nobody's a bigger Tiger fan than I am, but I'm of that.
You're in.
Oh God.
I'm in the middle. I do appreciate what he's done for the game. I still appreciate what he does for the game. Everything that he brings to the tournaments and things like that. I find it funny. And I personally don't care about his personal life. It doesn't, whatever, it's your life, whatever.
Yeah.
I find it funny that certain people can't get away with that kind of crap, and other people can. Again, I don't care. I don't hold it against him or anything like that. I just find it funny that he's at this God level, and people forgot about all of that stuff.
But he again, he changed the face of sport.
Yeah.
You know, Mickey Mantle had his affairs and was a drunk and all those kinds of things. Michael Jordan is famous. You know, I mean, how many basketball players have a kid in every town? You know, the kid was 19 years old when Nike handed him like $60 million.
Yeah.
You know, let me ask you a question. You were in Charleston, South Carolina when you were in your early 20s. What if somebody gave you $60 million when you were that age?
Dude, you had to give me $6. It was a 6-to-1 girl-to-guy ratio when I was done.
I'm just saying, maybe he got married a little too young. Maybe he should have sowed his wife.
Listen, again, I'm not holding it against you, but I'm just saying, like, you want to talk about Alex Rodriguez, right? So he's the same age. Now, Alex Rodriguez and David Ortiz were on the same list. Remember the list that wasn't supposed to be out? Alex Rodriguez kind of denied it. He played hardball. David Ortiz said, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
And that was it. And he was still a god of Boston, right?
Yep.
And Alex Rodriguez got suspended for the rest of that year and all of the next year.
Yep.
And it's just like some people can get away with it and people don't forget. And other people are just like, what old Tiger Woods? Like, I don't remember that. You know what I mean? But again, I don't care. Like, it's not my life. It didn't affect me.
So the question is we see him come back in the Hero, right? That's his own tournament, right? Beautiful course. It's great to see him playing in it, right? On Sunday coming in, they showed this great picture of him coming in like he's Kirk Cousins or something, and he's got his he's all jacked up.
Oh, in the morning with his
he's
freaking jacked too, isn't he?
So he's jacked, but a lot of people did say like his face is puffed out too. So I'm saying like. Not for nothing, but when his wife beat him up with a 4-iron, right? I think he had some like facial stuff going on, maybe that he had some like reconstruction. But we were talking. Somebody else was saying that
sauce.
You think so?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I didn't get a good enough look at him, but I did see a side by side from like 19 to 30 to now.
Is it like Barry Bonds-esque?
No, but Barry Bonds was on HGH, right? HGH grows everything, including your bones, right? Like, so
really?
his hat size, Barry Bonds' hat size, he was like I think they said he was like a 7, and then he finished at like an 8 1/4 or something like that. Like, your head doesn't do that naturally, okay?
There's not a machine in here that makes your head bigger?
No. And also, like, I mean.
So do you think that's natural?
I don't think it's natural, but there are legal things that he can be doing, right? He's 47?
47.
Same 47. So there is legal TRT, right? Testosterone replacement therapy, right? So if your T is low, you can get a prescription for a test regimen to be put. And test is natural. It is not illegal. It is not a steroid.
Yeah.
Right? So he can just be on a really good cycle of testosterone.
You think he's got good doctors?
I think so. I think they rebuilt his leg.
So here's the other thing that's interesting. Earl Woods, his famous father and unbelievable coach, was a Vietnam, this unbelievable warrior, right? So Tiger was one of the very first to get into fitness. He talks about that extensively in his book. And he even got to the point where he'd work out with the Navy SEALs in San Diego, and he could
hold his own.
And he could hold his own. He's a golfer, right?
Yeah.
So what he was saying is that he really put fitness on the map for the PGA. He said when he went to his first Masters as an amateur, like Lee Trevino, you take a look at a picture of Lee Trevino. Like that's the guy today that he's at the course. And he's like, oh, the guy's a really good golfer, but
doesn't look like it.
No.
He looks like he looked like he's throwing a couple back every day.
Yeah, but it was, man. He was, but Tiger's out driving the guy by 100 yards.
So what year was it that you think that Tiger? What was it when? What year did Tiger get caught?
I'd have to
03, 04, or like it was like around then, right?
Yeah.
So Tiger was kind of really like in his prime right before that.
He was, but don't forget he was breaking down a little bit. He had some real bad knee injuries. He had some real bad.
So you'd say like 98?
Yeah, and No,
was like his prime? What do you think was his peak?
So 96 into the early 2000s. Don't forget, there was a time where, and this was before DraftKings, so you'd actually have to go down to the liquor store and bet with the guy behind the liquor store. But there was a time where they would give you even money, Tiger or everybody else that's playing that weekend.
Really?
Right? You put down $100, you can put it on Tiger, you get $100 back. Or you could have everybody else in the field, right? That's how good he was.
So
right?
I will tell you that I think it was, and this is why I was asking dates. I was like entering bench press competitions when I was 19, 20, 21. So that was 2001, 2002. And that was kind of right around the same time Tiger was in his peak physique.
Yeah.
Pre now. And I remember reading something, and this was before Instagram and I think maybe the start of Facebook. I don't even really know. But it was like before, like you can easily get these like little quotes. He was benching 405 for like reps. That's 4 plates on each side. Okay. I was winning bench press competitions at the age of 19, benching 375. I was so mad. I was so mad that this golfer was benching 405 and I was benching 375.
But remember, in the unauthorized biography about Tiger Woods, they talk about how he was caught up in ties to Balco out of Toronto. That when he hurt his knee real bad, and remember, I don't know if you remember, there was this unbelievable U.S. Open where he takes the swing, and you can just see him just collapse. But he was going to Toronto, and it was kind of undisclosed what he was getting. And then he was back, and he was bigger, and he was stronger. But anyway.
So here's the thing. Now, I will tell you.
Big fat face on Tiger, right?
So it's not, if he's taking tests, it's not illegal. And I'm not really sure what, so remember Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, right? They were taking Andro. It was not illegal. They sold that at GNC. I was taking it.
Really?
I was repping 315 on an incline bench. It was not illegal.
Is it illegal now?
It was. The second they made it illegal, I remember I cracked open my second bottle. I was up at school. And I cracked open my second bottle and they made it illegal. I dumped all that stuff down the toilet, which you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to immediately come off of it. But I didn't want to take anything that was illegal. So I did. It was illegal for them, though, because it's a performance-enhancing drug. It was not illegal to buy. It's just illegal for them to be taking...
Like Olympic athletes couldn't use it, professional athletes couldn't use it.
So, and I don't know what the rules are with the PGA. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're probably up there as well.
All I know is you can't have stuff on your club face.
You can't even put a sticker. You can't measure the green either with a level and write it down in your notebook. And again, I don't really know test because, again, it's not a steroid and it's produced naturally in your body, but you also have this range that you need to be in, right? So, like, you have to be, I think it's like 300 to, like, should be like 750 or something like that. I don't really know. And if you're in that range, then you don't qualify for TRT. But if you're below... then you get a literally doctor prescription TRT.
And men of a certain age naturally drop.
Right. So what I'm saying is like if you're below that range and then you get a prescription for it, I don't know if it's considered a performance enhancing drug. It's just trying to get you back up to like your norm. Now, obviously, if he's not below that and he's taking it, then
Can you take extra?
You can definitely take extra.
All right, maybe they're giving him twice as much. But the bottom line is Tiger's stats at the Hero. He was in the middle of the pack with driving, but apparently there's no performance-enhancing drug that helps with short game. Okay, because if you watch Tiger, he left himself in a couple of weird spots. Especially that course is kind of cool. There's a few gettable par fours where you roll it up close, but it also leaves you with these really, really, really technical wedge shots that you saw some of the players doing a great job with, and just Tiger was just not on it. Plus, he put it off the green twice. Twice he put it off the green. So, and
it makes me feel better.
But the other thing too is you're used to classic Tiger Woods, and this is the difference between somebody like on the edge of their game and just like playing golf. Is I think for years and years and years you'd watch the ball roll and then catch the lip and fall in, catch the lip and fall in, just be inside left edge, and when he's really striking it just down the middle. He's missing the hole by 2 and 3 feet left and right. I mean, it looked like you or me out there, on a 25-foot putt. So, So good news is Tiger's back. Better news, Tiger and Charlie this weekend at the PNC.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, nothing makes me feel better than watching the two of these guys play.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean,
You think Charlie's got a future?
I was talking to somebody about that, and they were saying that he's not like leading the pack for some of these. There's some of these no-name kids that are just kind of brought up through the system kind of thing, and they're just crushing it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, he's definitely got a future. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah. He could make $10 million a year playing in scrambles.
True, but also you can just hype him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be that. What do they call it? The Tiger. What do they call it? The Tiger. They call it something. Whenever he was playing in the tournament, like the ticket sales.
Oh, Tiger effect. Yeah.
Yeah, the Tiger effect. I couldn't really think of it. And he's going to have the same thing. You know what I mean? He's going to be bringing the crowds. He's going to be the flash. And stuff like that.
By the way, Daly Jr. was supposed to play Wiltwick, our home course, in a college tournament this year.
Yeah, but his team ended up bailing out.
Team pulled out, which was unfortunate because again, I went up and watched like 2 holes of that thing just to be depressed that college kids can hit the ball so far. But I'm telling you, if he was there, I think I would have spent the weekend up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but again, it's going to be a great. This podcast will come out on Sunday. Hopefully, you're watching in the morning. You're like the rest of us, getting really excited to watch the finish on Sunday afternoon.
That'll be fun. It's cool to that's going to be. It's always nice to have them two playing, and it's cool to see the father-son thing with all of them.
Oh, and the daughters and some of the older older players too. They have their adult kids. That are
Well, who is it? It's Justin. He plays with his dad, right?
I forget the name.
The hell's his name? Jordan Speaks' buddy.
Oh, Justin Thomas.
Justin Thomas.
Yeah.
Wow, what's wrong with my brain today?
We'll edit that.
Justin Thomas plays with his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But I love these. Like last weekend was the male female tournament. So this kind of brings us to our next point because this is a really good tie-in. So we just talked about Tiger signing with Nike. 20 years old, getting $60 million. Somebody else just recently signed a halfway decent contract. So you're talking 27 years later, and the Live Tour gives Jon Rahm $600 million. How long was the contract?
I think it's 10 years, but I think it's 5. I don't know. I might be confusing the two because Ohtani just got signed too, just to let you know.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
I didn't
he
hear.
got signed to the Dodgers for $700 million, 10 years.
So there was rumors that he was very unhappy with the Angels, that they just didn't treat him well, but he wanted to be on the West Coast, and the Dodgers wanted him
he
back.
owns California now, by the way.
Yep. Check out the Rob Lowe podcast, which is called Literally. Not that this guy needs any of our help, God knows, but he's a big Dodger fan. He probably talked that thing up. Anyway, so here's our guy.
Rahm. I mean, listen. Freddie Couples just came out with a post saying that anybody who's saying that they're changing the game, they're going because they're changing the game is lying. They're going for the money because he said have somebody go for free. Mm-hmm. Nobody's going for free, right? They're staying on the PGA Tour until they get that big number, which is a great point. He said, what is Liv doing? They're not changing the game. They're not making it better. They're just raising that number.
So there was a Live tournament out in Massachusetts. You've ties to Massachusetts. And, I talked to a bunch of people who went out. And full disclosure, I haven't been out to one yet. But it's a 3-day tournament, right? So you don't have the 4th day ticket sales. Mm-hmm. It's way more laid back. They're not pulling big numbers,
Shotgun.
Is it a shotgun start?
It's a shotgun start.
So I can't find it on TV. I was here in the gym one day. It was on, on a Wednesday or something like that.
Yeah, the broadcasting is weird, right? So it's not as easy to watch.
Is it on the UPN 9 or something
like
that?
I don't know,
Is it on the
know what
WB?
it's on here, but the broadcast is definitely weird. You're not getting, every tournament. It's not. Yeah, it's not as readily available, and I mean, I'm not saying that the PGA is either, because now they're switching channels and this.
No, you watch the Golf Channel in the morning, you watch it on NBC in the afternoon. That's
Yeah, unless it's a major, so then it's on something else.
Yeah,
but you know, it is what it is. You're used to that.
But I know that the Masters is going to be on TV. Every April. So I want you to come out right now, and I want you to make a statement. This will be the statement piece.
Okay.
Are you for or against Liv?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I have to say I'm for. Only because I think something shady is going on with the PGA that's making these guys leave. And I'm not just saying it's money. I mean, obviously, $600 million is going to make you, I'll do backflips, okay? But I think something's going on there where they really want to control the player and not let the player kind of do what they want.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, dude, wearing shorts. I mean, wearing shorts in a practice round, like finally.
Where do you stand on hoodies on the golf course?
You know, I'm okay with it.
I'm going out on.
I mean, the golf hoodies are totally acceptable.
No, golf hoodies, fine.
Golf hoodies,
I'm not.
Listen, okay, it's been cold, and you freaking call me. I'm driving back from Massachusetts, and that's all I got. Okay.
So you take a course like our partner in Ness, no dress code, fancy course, really nice. You can wear whatever. You can wear a tuxedo, or you can wear cutoffs.
No.
So now you got Liv. Go ahead. You know.
No guy in jeans. No, you can't wear jeans on a golf course.
So,
okay. Even though his short game is amazing and he's a phenomenal softball pitcher.
So you pro Liv. Why? Because why do we need another tour?
Competition will always make.
But they're not competing against each other. They're competing for the players.
Right. That competition.
All right.
That competition. Right. Just like the post office needed UPS for the post office to be able to step their game up.
Okay.
Right? The DMV needs one also, by the way. They need to come up with something that competes against the DMV. Somebody do that.
SpaceX was an answer to NASA.
And then everybody steps their game up, right? So when Liv came out originally, what was that? 2 years ago?
Feels like it. Yeah.
Right? Then it took the PGA a little bit of time, and then they raised the purses. The waste management is amazing, right?
Yeah.
There just needs to be something more to get this next wave of players really kind of solidified into the game.
So some people say that Arnold Palmer moved the game away from the country club set to the everyman, because here's this guy, his dad's a groundskeeper at a course, and Arnold's out there
cigarettes on the course,
smoking cigarettes and mowing the course, and he brings in the army guys, and he brings in the regular everyday person. You didn't have to be elite to love golf.
So what happened to say there was a podcast at that time? What do you think they were saying?
Oh,
this is bad for the game.
But it depends on if you were in the younger generation or the older generation.
Right.
If you were older, you'd be like, this kid's messing things up. He's got he was the Happy Gilmore of the time. He's got so then you fast forward to Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods makes the game accessible to people of color in a large degree. He makes the game accessible to people because he wasn't a country club kid.
Right.
He was a municipal course guy.
Yeah.
And didn't have we talk about Charlie and these things. If you ever go out on one of these junior tours and watch a 12-year-old show up in a tour van with a swing coach and a swing thought therapist.
Dude, side note, I didn't caddy. You weren't allowed to caddy in these junior tournaments, but they had it at the Ocean Course, and we used to have to shuttle them down to the first tee because the first tee was far from the clubhouse. The way these kids talked to this one dad, this kid yelled at his dad, and the dad just came running. I was like, oh yeah.
Dude, but great documentary. It's on Netflix called The Short Game, and it's about the Masters for kids that are 12 years old, and about the kids preparing a year for it. Unbelievable game. There's an unbelievable documentary.
Yeah.
So Arnold helps people of lower means be accessible to this game. Tiger, I'll go farther than that. Tiger made the game accessible to the world.
Yeah.
He changed sport.
Yeah.
So he makes the game available to everybody. I think what Liv is trying to do is make the game more fun, more accessible, less stuffy. More fireball shots, more cornhole afterwards.
I think they're trying to reach that crowd of the 20-year-olds now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, I mean, you're different than I. You played, like, real golf when you were 12 and 14 and 18 and 20, right? I was going out with my buddies and, smacking balls around. And, like, in college, like, my roommate was a full-blown alcoholic. We went out and played golf, and I remember his friend from home was standing on a bunker, like on the edge of a bunker. Now, this bunker dropped down like 6 feet. My buddy sculled a 3-iron, hit him in the back of the ear, and he fell into the bunker. And we were laughing like that. This dude almost died, and we're cracking up, and we're trying to drink beers. And this dude's like unconscious in a bunker for a minute and a half. And like that's the golf we played. So I think, and I didn't talk that up very well, but I think that those are the people Liv is trying to get into the game of golf.
Well, they're playing music. They got all kinds of stuff going on. So here's my take. I was anti-Liv. 100%. I think it broke the traditions of the game. I think it's causing our best players not to compete against each other on a weekly basis.
Totally.
I think they're good. They're trying to make it a global game, but again, there's events. There's a lot of history. I think it's messing that up. Then, Rahm.
Okay.
Right. And I see this. And I start thinking to myself, I go...
Now, everything he said about Liv. He said all the same stuff that you just said last year.
Yep. So Rahm, who I appreciate, I like, and I think he's a great ambassador for the sport. Again, he took the money, and you can't blame him, right? And then you got Rory, and you got Tiger, and you got these other guys that are going, we're purists, right? So what do we just get? We got a natural divide. In sport, over the years, there's been a lot of natural divide. Where did the NBA come from? It came from the NBA and the ABA. Where did the NFL come from? It came from the NFL and the NFL, and that's where the divisions came from. I think what you're going to see going forward, and it's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be great if we can get this Liv PGA merger, and then you have the purists on this side, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to get me real money.
The nerds, the good guys, we'll call it.
Well, there's going to have to be a reason to stay on this side. But you're going to be on Team PGA or you're going to be on Team Liv. They're going to compete in the exact same tournament. It's just it's going to be too big not to merge.
Well, I think it's going to change.
But it's going to become a team event, and especially with modern gambling, you're going to sit there and you're going to go, hey, listen, every tournament they're playing for the top position, but they're also playing for this team event. We just see the NBA came out with this in-season tournament.
In-season tournament, yeah.
Dude, again, if there's nothing going on, you ever see this?
Well, let me ask you this: Liv is doing this in their own tournament as well. They have teams. Like Dustin Johnson has his own team.
But nobody's watching. Nobody cares. I don't care.
But what you're saying right now is exactly what Liv is doing within their own league all the good guys are on the same team. So each of like the top players, Dustin Johnson, John Rahm, so I can think of right now.
No. But think about this for a second though, because they're practicing, they're getting ready for this, right?
Yeah.
But what was the most exciting event this year that we watched and we played in all of golf? It's Ryder Cup, right?
Our Ryder Cup.
So,
yeah.
And the one on TV. I mean, even though USA got destroyed,
so
it was still the most exciting golf you could watch, right?
So they can do something like that.
Well, what I'm saying is, you got good guys versus bad guys.
Yeah.
You have the loyal Mets fan against the terrible Cretan Yankee fan. You have the wonderful San Francisco 49er fan.
That's what we need in this country is more divide.
but
want to start talking about Trump and Biden also on this podcast?
What I'm saying though is if I'm watching on Sunday and Speed's out ahead by 8 shots and there's not much to watch, but I'm watching the point total click up here, and all of a sudden, we're waiting for Rahm to finish the back 9 to
Here's
see if
the
they're
deal,
gonna win.
dude. Basically, you just said it. And what Liv has done is they brought this new level of what golf is going to get to, right? Because guess what? I'm telling you this. If fucking Patrick Cantlay is up by 6, I'm not watching.
I'm not watching.
These guys are so vanilla on the tour right now. There's no action. Rahm's good. Rory's good, but he's getting a little whiny. But, you know, I mean, I still respect the guy. Scheffler, dude, I'm not,
See,
so vanilla.
We're back to the pre-Tiger days.
Right.
Right? We
Like
need a
somebody,
superstar.
I just want, I mean,
We don't
I'll
have-
even take your fist pumps over these guys. You know what I mean? Your fist pumps are terrible. But I'll take that over. These guys are like making eagles, and there's no reaction.
So two things that would have to happen. One is it would have to happen, and the second, I'm going to give you another conundrum. All right. So first off is they have to merge leagues. Now they're talking about it, right?
Well, they were talking about it.
Do you think Liv's going to buy the PGA Tour? You think they're going to merge together? If Liv bought the PGA Tour, there's going to be a bunch of guys in country clubs in Sarasota jumping out windows. I'm just telling you.
I think it was going to be like a mutual merger. Now, obviously, Liv has the more money to kind of be the majority owner. But I think originally, what was that? Maybe 6-9 months ago when they announced that merger. Remember that day? Like Rory wakes up and that's how he heard it. Could you imagine? He's offered $800 million, doesn't take it to stay committed to PGA, and then they turn around and they go, "Oh yeah." And
that goes to what you were
like,
saying about him being shady too.
I feel bad if that happens. I feel bad for Rory. I feel bad for Tiger. You know, I
feel bad for Tiger. The guy's got his own island. He's got a yacht. He's got his own.
No, but you know, you stick to your true beliefs, and they turn around and screw you over.
I got a question. Maybe you know the answer to. Are these Liv guys pulling any corporate sponsor money at the high level?
So that's what happened with Dustin, right? So that Netflix series, he talked about losing some of the sponsorships and stuff like that. Now some of them stayed kind of unbiased. They didn't really say, "Hey, we're pro Liv" or "We're pro," whatever. They just say, "Hey, listen, we're pro Dustin Johnson," whatever it is. But yeah, they're not pulling in the big ones. Yeah. But here's my thing. Think about this, right? Why are we even having this conversation? These guys are allowed to play on other tours. They're allowed to play on the Asian tour. They're allowed to play on the European tour. They're allowed to play on all these tours, dude. Why are they picking only on this? Why does this have to be a all or none?
Because the PGA Tour is the pinnacle. It's like the NFL or the NBA, and all those sub tours were subsidiary. Nobody was running out and going, "Oh man, I'm going to leave the PGA Tour and go play on the Asian tour." Like that. That's
no, you could still do it though.
Yeah, when you didn't make the PGA
Tour.
No.
It was when they didn't have an event.
Yeah.
Right. So you can play them at the same time. So say there's an event. Say there's like a low event like in Kansas on the PGA, but there's a good one in Scotland. That or what these guys are doing, right? Like right before the championship, the British Open, right? Or the Open, right? They go and play like two other tours, two other tournaments, the 2 weekends before. So the weekend before and then the weekend before that, so they can get acclimated to the weather, acclimated to the time.
But they're not on the tour. They
didn't go
and join the tour.
No, but they're playing on that tour. The only reason Liv is join or don't is because the PGA said, if you go play for them, you're out of here. So then it was a all or none, and none of the other tours are like that.
So I'm gonna end this on this question for you, because this I think will be the deciding factor. We both agree that Liv has its place, and if it's done right over the next few years, it could really be good for the game of golf.
I think it has to be. I think PGA has to.
So it's 2026. The British Open is at St. Andrews. They're wearing shorts and playing 3 days and playing music on the 18th green.
And Post Malone's on the stage on 18th.
I mean, you talked about the most hollowed.
So I think there's debate right now about this whole you're on Liv, you're on PGA, but there needs to be something done with these 4 majors and the world rankings and the Ryder Cup. Yeah. So we're talking all these like major in between, not sanctioned by the PGA stuff, that is still sanctioned by your world rankings.
Yeah.
So there just has to be rearranging of everything that's going to go on in the next, I would say, I would say in a year. I think by this time next year, if we do a podcast at this time next year, we will be talking about this is what they got right and this is what they got wrong. Kind of thing.
All right. Well, like I said,
No music.
It's
No. I mean,
carts,
Wu-Tang,
Finn scooters.
Finn scooters, and Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I like it.
I like in the PNC. In the Hero with the who's the guy? Joel Damon.
Oh, okay.
Who was his partner? Do you know who his partner was?
I didn't see this. I don't know.
I might be botching this, but I think her last name might have been Vu.
Oh yeah.
And they said they had a group text going called the Wu-Tang Clan, and it was pretty cool. I was like, yeah, I definitely got to share this on the stories because Wu-Tang. She's young, so she's like, I don't know who they are. She's like, I know that it's Wu-Tang Clan, but I don't know what it. He's like, all right, we're gonna rock '90s hip hop in the cart the whole time.
When the Wu-Tang Clan is on the classic station, we're getting old.
Yeah, dude.
With that said, though, so just a couple things on the way out the door today. Take a look for some a week's worth of information about Live, the PGA Tour. It'll be a mixed bag this week for you guys, but remember, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram. Make sure you like and subscribe here on YouTube. For those of you of a certain age, we are on Facebook and now on Spotify.
Yeah.
So this podcast will be on Spotify.
Yeah, so this next week coming up, we're going to do a bunch of stuff. Tiger, Live, PGA, all that fun stuff. That's going to be good.
Then we're headed to then we have our countdown week. So like every like a VH1 VJ, we're gonna do our top 10 videos of 2023. We'll count them down with you guys through the end of the year. Again, like and subscribe to follow along, and then we start the first of the year.
Yeah, man, we're headed to Myrtle Beach.
Let's go.
And we're gonna play some cool courses down there. One of my favorites is Paulie's Plantation.
So thank you to Paulie's Plantation, an unbelievable partner of Just the Tips. Thank you guys very much for the invite.
And then, of course, True Blue. You can't go down to Myrtle Beach without playing True Blue.
My first time at True Blue.
So we got True Blue. True Blue owns True Blue and Caledonia. And that's his.
If I could play golf with Tiger Woods at Caledonia, it's
heaven for you.
It's perfect. This is my soul.
What do you think he's hitting off the tee on 18?
7 iron.
7 iron Situate.
7 iron sandwich. 56. But so we're gonna have fun. It's gonna be a unique golf trip, originally destined as a guys' weekend. Little wrinkle on it, but it'll be different than anything else that you guys are seeing.
But I have those Finn scooters reserved at Caledonia. So last time I went there, I saw these things sitting out front, and I was like, that would be kind of cool. We're definitely doing it this time. We're gonna keep you guys updated on those because those look like they're gonna be fun.
Yeah, the last time I was there, I had a good hangover going on. I didn't think it was a good idea to jump on one of those things.
Oh, it's definitely I'm definitely gonna not have to. Depends on how I'm playing.
There you go. So last thing for you guys, and if we do one of those things on the front of the podcast that says "wait all the way to the end," this is the reason why. So for those of you who are brave enough to make it all the way to the end, this is for you. It's at the recording of this, there's 13 days left until Christmas, so it's the 13 days of Christmas for Just the Tips. But Mike and I, while we're out Christmas shopping, while we're rounding out the end of our year, while we're working with our partners both locally and in the greater Hudson Valley Capital District area, if you run into us, we want to do something special for you this year.
Yeah. So it's my plan to give back to our subscribers. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, because if you see us out and about, we want you to come up to us and tell us that you're a follower, that you're a subscriber. Let us know, and you got to show us. All right, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to say, bust out your phone right now and show me that you're subscribed to us on YouTube, and you'll have a chance to be in a challenge to where you can win some money or win a chance to play some golf with us next year.
There you go.
All right, so I'm pretty pumped for that. I already have something planned for somebody that is going to be the first person that I see.
This is like your Mr. Beast style.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it because, like I said, we'll be meeting with you guys in public. It really does give us a big thrill when you come up and mention it. So, like I said, enjoy the content this week. Again, like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and we really do appreciate spending time with us. So, from the Maximum Results Fitness Studio, I'm Adam.
I'm Mike.
We're just the tips.
Just the tips.